Hello there everyone, my name's Emily Jane, also known as Northern Princess. Today we're covering a quick video on how to take off and land in Microsoft Flight Simulator. So, we're set for takeoff, we've got flaps, we've got trim. That's the big things I look for. Make sure that's all roughly the correct, and then we'll push the throttles forward, full power, and just using a gentle bit of rudder. You basically, in a prop aircraft, you have to put rudder in the other way to the way the prop's spinning, 60 knots. Positive rate established. Tap the toe brakes, and we can just climb out. You can see one of my favourite airfields in the country is Newcastle. What we're going to do at 500 feet above the airfield, we're going to do a left-hand turn. Now, Newcastle is about 290 feet AGL. So, based off that logic, 500 feet will be 790 feet, which we are now that's what 500 feet ASL right now. I'll put the nose down slightly, and we're just going to start a left-hand turn, so correction, right-hand turn. I love how I say left-hand turn and then turn right. Yeah, I'm doing good today. So yeah, you can see over the top of the airfield at Newcastle, and we're mainly going to be covering how to get good at landings. So I'm going to roll out roughly north, and we're just going to let the aircraft cruise for a bit. What I'll do is I'm going to slack my flaps up, and we're just going to basically get into a cruise stage of flight now. No, I said flaps up. Okay. Suit yourself. Flaps up. So what I can do now is just gently put a bit of down trim in. That's just to really level the aircraft out and help us hold that nice sort of high, reasonable high speed. Pull the power off a bit even, and just help us hold that altitude. So you can see we're a little bit north of the field now. So we're just going to gently motor around on a heading of 068 degrees, which is the reciprocal heading of the runway. So the runway heading at Newcastle is 248 and 068. So reciprocal heading is basically reverse of the runway we took off from. So we're going to roll out now. There you go, you can see that there's the runway ahead. So we call in now Newcastle Tower, Golf Sierra Indian Romeo November, passing the numbers down to land. You can see they've got an aircraft landing. No, it's just some lights. Interesting, they're doing a low approach. Alright, we're now overhead to one of the open cast pits. So we'll just start our right hand turn. So really, in a little aeroplane like this, you do not need a massively long final. I'm going to actually extend it slightly and use this lake here as a reference for my turn to final. This really just comes from knowing the area around your home airfield. There we go, we're a little low as well. Yeah, we're at 500 feet, which doesn't really matter. But basically all we're doing is flying around in a big circle so we can practice doing some landings. So what I'm going to do, power further back, flap 10, bit of forward pressure which you can equalise with this. Go full flap now, power on, just to help us hold speed. Well, now what we're going to do to line up is I'm going to aim to be lined up at the end of the last runway light. So that basically means, we have a decent short final. Oh, hello there, aeroplane. We're going to ignore that. So I'm trying to push myself a little bit closer. So we're looking for two whites. Oh, Jesus Christ! I think I've been in an online session, which is why this is happening. Oh well. So basically all I'm doing here is lining up, so I'm nice and central. My altitude cues don't really matter that much because we know I've got enough energy to keep us going. And I'm actually aiming to land between that marker there and that marker there. Okay, power off now, we're a bit high. And we're going to land probably in the short field now. But you can see we're lined up, and the way I'm lining up, and I can see I'm vaguely central, is both sides of the runway looked, at least from an altitude, looked about the same length. Now that we're down, we're doing a touch and go, so full power. We'll then go flap 10, trim takeoff check, and 60 knots, rotate. And we can take off and do practice takeoffs and things like this all day. And climb out at 70 knots. Probably climb a bit more rapidly this time. I went to the Aviation Academy at Newcastle College there. Most miserable year of my life. And that says something after 2020. Alright, we're now going to do a right hand turn. You can see we're probably a little bit further across this time, but it doesn't really matter. But look how quickly this thing turns, it's slightly crazy. So we're now probably on that roughly north heading, correct? So we'll just go for roughly this heading here. I'm going to continue that climb as well, remember that. But, you know, nothing wrong with continuing climbing a bit further. And as mentioned, we're looking for about 1,300 feet for our downwind leg. And we'll now do our turn to the downwind. Oh, come on, nose up. Yeah, got an aircraft on the nose, which... What the... Okay. Hello, Mr. Grand Caravan. Well, I'm visual on you, so I can maintain deconfliction. So one of the keys is actually when you're flying like this, is keeping a good lookout, because we've got no fancy gauges. So this is all down to us figuring out what's going on around us. Go flapless again. So, you know, you maintain a good visual lookout from, you know, right the way around you. And especially if you're going to start doing maneuvers, you can dip the wing, look down below you, make sure you're all good in the neighbourhood. So I'm going to go slightly further back, like that. Alright, so we're now at, well, we're now descending back down, actually. And you can see there's the lake I mentioned that we'd use as one of our markers. It's a really cool place to go plane spotting. I forget the name of it if you're in Newcastle, but yeah. Power off fully now, just coasting down. Really dead easy. And now one of the good things about the Cessna 152, it's the aviation equivalent of a smart car. Very, very easy and very, very forgiving. You know, it's designed sort of as a little training bike, really. Now, one of the cool things about this approach is we're a lot higher this time, and I can use that to fly a slightly different approach profile. So again, you can see I'm to the right centre line, so I'm just going to come around both runways, both sides of the runway, about the same length now. There we go. So hold that nose up. Now, one of the things you'll find GA aircraft do here is they actually land very long. So it's a 7,500 foot runway, and the GA ramp's right at the other end of it, so that they'll float a long way down. Just, you know, makes the taxi in shorter. There we go. And then we're just gently bringing it down. Power coming back. Power coming back. Much better than that last landing I did. There you go. And that, folks, is how you get good at landings in MSFS. Keep practicing. Alrighty guys, thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye for now.